Hey guys. So this is the first episode of Coffee Talk with... She's a little shy, she's a little shy girl, but hopefully we have the heater on in the car because it's a little chilly outside. It's really nice. It's nice and sunny, but it's windy and it's a little chilly. So hopefully you guys don't hear the heater. I do have the mic wig on, so it should be okay. But we have a guest here. Introduce yourself.
Well, they already know me from your other videos.
You don't know, but this might be the first time watching the video. And yeah, go ahead.
My name is Kristen.
Her name is Kristen. This is my sister, my younger sister. We're 4 years apart. She looks older than me in a sense of like... Never mind. Anyway. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yes, this is my younger sister, Kristen. Kiki, we call her Kiki for short, you know, so she goes by Kiki or Kristen. But yeah, this is going to be like our new little series of where we just sit down, have girl talk, and just talk about life and updates and stuff like that. Maybe like once a week, kind of catch up and see what's going on, just because we both have really busy lives. I talk with my hands a lot. We both have really busy lives, so I think it would be good to just kind of sit down in the car like normal friends do and just talk it up. You know,
it out.
Talk some cheese, man. You know, what's Shawty Bay up to?
Slight cough.
COVID. But yeah, so today for our coffee, we have Kristen's choice of Dutch Bros. So go ahead and tell them what your Dutch Bros drink is. Actually, we don't know
don't know which one it is.
So this one is supposed to be either the protein or the Golden Eagle. Is that
I think this one's yours because it has a lot more caramel than this one.
Okay, so, but I want the pink straw. And you drink out of that one and you're sick. I already got sick, so I'm not trying to drink. So I got the Golden Eagle. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's the one.
So I got supposedly the Golden Eagle, and we're also in the Walmart parking lot. So it's a little busy, but whatever. And she got
salted caramel latte.
protein. So it's supposed to have 20 grams of protein. I think this one, since it's bigger, I think it has 27 grams of protein. But we'll have to fact check that. We'll have to look at the little ingredients. But I think this is a Golden Eagle. I was going to do the protein. I haven't even had breakfast, and it's literally...
She's rapping, y'all!
Almost 4 p.m. But it's okay, because we're skinny out here. So let's do a little taste test. A little taste test. Cheers. Dutch Bros.
Wait.
Let me pretend I'm crying. Let me pretend I'm crying. Hold on.
What should I pretend I'm doing?
Crying too. Or like console me. Does that taste like protein?
No.
Car, we can kind of talk about life a little bit. So
I say my life is a mess.
yeah. So a little backstory, a little bit about us, a little bit to get to know us, see what the vibes are and stuff like that. So we're originally from California. I am 25 years old, Gemini.
She's old.
You are
21.
Virgo. And yeah, we ended up here in Seattle, Washington, whatever. And we've been living life. I moved here in 2018. I moved here in 2018. And then I moved up here until like COVID when I lost my job. And then I ended up moving back home. I moved back home because I lost my job, like I said, and then I just didn't have any money. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go back home and work for a little bit and then move out here when I have money because, you know, I liked it a lot back then. And I still do. Like, I really admire the state and everything. It's just really hard to be away from family sometimes, you know? And, like, she's here. Our brother's here. Like, we have an uncle and an aunt here. Like... there's some, but you know what I mean? Like, I think it's just like my parents that I miss. But, so when I moved here in 2018, I had just dropped out of college. I told my parents, and then it was like a big old deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my parents want to see me succeed, but it was just like not for me. Like, working and going to school was just really hard for me. And maybe I have undiagnosed ADHD, but it's just like really hard for me to focus in school, and I just couldn't do both at the same time with keeping good grades. And
wait, that's me too, though. I can't focus.
It's really hard to focus, especially like this day and age when we have a cell phone so like handy to us that it's just like I get so sidetracked. and there's just always something going on, like whether it's a text message or a phone call. But I really do believe if you do have the drive to want to succeed something, you will do it. So maybe I'm just creating an excuse for myself, but sometimes I'm like, like I did end up going back to school later in life, but at this point in my time in 2018, I had just dropped out. Like, my parents were like pretty upset at me, and rightfully so, because they want to see me succeed and stuff like that. But it was just like, at that point in my life, I really didn't want to go to school, so I dropped out.
Don't do it.
And like the relationship with my parents and I was a little bit rocky. It was just kind of like, oh, I was working at a warehouse, like really doing nothing, and like they wanted me to do more, right? And around that time, my brother also ended up getting stationed here in Washington State, but my sister-in-law had just gotten pregnant, so he had told me that, hey, like, do you want to move to Washington? Like, Victoria's moving. Like, it would just be better for like me to accompany her. I really have nothing holding me down in California. So I just thought it would be good to accompany her because she was just pregnant. And like, I really didn't want her to be alone. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm really not doing nothing. So let me just get my ass up and go to Washington State. So I did. And I've been here for a while. I was just hanging out, doing nothing much, but vibing, I guess, for like the first year that I was here. And then I kind of picked up the pace after that when my brother was like, what are you going to do with your life? You can't just be working at a store that only gives you 15 hours a week. And I was like, you're right. Because then I would look at my paychecks and I'm like, how am I only surviving? Because I was getting paid like $13 an hour or $12 an hour. And I was like, how am I going to survive only getting paid $200 every paycheck? Imagine
what
that.
did you have to pay though at that time? Just your.
The only thing I had to pay at that time, I think, was just my cell phone. Like, I didn't have bills at this time. I had a car, but my parents took it over. I didn't have a car. My brother let.
Wait, what happened to that car?
Mom and dad took it over, and then they got the Acura.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay, the Acura.
Yeah, so I didn't have a car. My brother let me use his car. I didn't have bills. Like, my brother didn't expect me to pay bills. Like I'm really grateful for this time with my brother because, like, it was just like a learning experience for me too, But other than that, it's just like I really grew a lot. My brother and my parents kind of pushed me to do more, and it took me some time because I was just like messing around and just having fun and stuff like that without getting to the point of life and getting down to the get down and stuff like that. But that's kind of how I ended up here. I think I did leave kind of like on a rocky note with my parents when I first moved here, but I think now it's a lot better. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say that distance makes the love grow fonder, but it kind of puts life into a perspective, I think. So like when I left, I was just like, whatever, my parents. But now I'm just kind of like, my parents.
I've always been my parents.
True, but not anymore. Now she's like, my parents.
Bye, Mom.
So
Bye,
kind of explain how you ended up here, why you ended up here. I was 19 years old when I moved here, I think. 19 or 20. What?
Oh, I think you were like 21. You're old, remember?
I was not 21.
Yeah, because you were partying out here.
No, I wasn't. Carlos and Vic gave me the balloons and the Smirnoff for my 21st birthday here.
Dang, you.
Oh, you know what? I think I moved here when I had just turned 20. So, yeah, that's mostly why I decided to move over here, kind of just like for a fresh start. In California, it's like kind of rough, I think. Like, you really can't do nothing without a college degree. So I think moving here was just kind of like really good for me. Like, professionally, it was really good for me because certain employers gave me chances to kind of grow from there. And I ended up getting a really good job now, and I'm really grateful for it.
Wait, what med spa did you used to work at?
Oh, fuck, I forgot. It's right by Chick-fil-A, though. Okay. And then, like, I don't know. I really didn't get along with Kristen. Like, I really didn't get along with Kristen.
Can you let me tell my backstory first?
Okay.
Dang. It's shorter than hers, okay? So, I graduated when it was COVID. So, I graduated pretty much early. I had no schoolwork. I was living the life. And then, I didn't go to school, but I did take care of my nephew because that's when Victoria was staying with us because my brother was in Japan. took care of my nephew from like 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then, you know, I was like, I need some more money than that. So then, because I was getting paid like $2. She's gonna see this and be mad. It's okay. So then I was like, I need some more money because I'm an expensive girl. I need to be able to pay for my needs. My
lashes, nails. Kristen is still that girl without the nails because she works at Chick-fil-A. But it was like hair, nails, everything did, and the nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Okay. Kristen loves like clothes and shopping and like being girly. And don't get me wrong, like I like being girly too, but I'm fat. So like
you should put cricket noises.
Okay, well. So it's like kind of hard. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's back to me.
But this is like how we talk.
It's literally how we talk. But anyways, so then I was doing that and I was like, I need some more money. So then I was working overnight, stocking at at Walmart, and it was like the worst thing ever because they would give you like 10 pallets and they were like, I want this done by the morning. I could not get it done by the morning. So I was literally getting 4 hours of sleep like every single day until I was completely miserable. And then I remember coming across TikTok. This is a one-time TikTok came in handy and it was like about CNA. So then I became doing my CNA school because the thing about me, it's like I need money. I need something that's going to up me. Anyways, I became a CNA and I actually really like being a CNA, you know, wiping people's butts, you know, showering people.
She got punched at.
My hair pulled by a guy that was on hospice. So you know what? I wasn't even mad about it. But then, okay, so then I was like, I don't know. I just honestly wanted to move out here because I like the weather. I think it was nice.
Yeah, like when you first visit out here, it's just kind of like you see the trees. You see like we're from the desert. We're from the IE. We're from like Riverside. So it's like hot as hell, you know. So when you come out here during like a good time or during the winter or like, you know, we would always come out here for Thanksgiving. We actually started coming here after Thanksgiving for like a while. But it was just like we would see how cold it was and we were just like, oh my God, like we love the cold. So that's why I jumped the gun and I was like, I'm going. I'm out. You know what I mean? Like it was really hard leaving friends. It was really hard leaving like my Disney pass. But it was just kind of like whatever, like my brother's giving me the opportunity to move, the opportunity to just get up and go. And my mom, she was real quick on booking me that one flight ticket. She said, it's booked. We're ready to go. So my dad ended up taking 2 of my luggages for me. I ended up taking 2 or 3 more. Like I literally took a bunch of clothes. And then I ended up moving over here.
Okay, this is still about me.
Okay, I'm sorry. But it's like fun to like revisit like why we moved out here and stuff like that. But like, yeah. But go ahead. Tell them exactly like what happened when we decided to move over here.
I am. You're just not letting me get to that point. Anyways, I always wanted to move out here. So even before I thought about moving, well, I like had mentioned it to Alissa that I wanted to move out here and stuff. And
you came to visit for like a week or 2, remember?
Yeah, and then when I was also kind of like just like browsing, you know, like jobs. I wasn't like gonna move out here, but then there was like a grocery store job that actually paid more than what I was getting as a CNA.
How much was it? Because as a CNA, how much were you making in California?
$16.50.
$16.50 an hour, and to work here at a grocery store. We're not gonna mention no names because they did me dirty. Hold on now. Actually, not the first time, but the second time they did me dirty. How much were they paying you for a grocery store out here?
I think like it was like 22 or 23.
I think it was $23. Yeah. Because I started working there. It was 23. Let's say 23. I want to say it was 23. It was $23. So it was good money. Like I remember I sent it to you. We were looking at it and I was like, oh my God, like if you move out here, like you know, you'll be able to pay for your car because she had a car. That's when she had just barely gotten her first car. And she was just like, yeah, like I really want to move. But then like I had a roommate at the time. And we were just...
I don't like that roommate.
No names. No, we really love him. He's like my best friend. He's been my best friend for many years. And yeah, we really love him. And I was just like, oh, like when the lease is over, he's planning to move. So I was like, you can just come. So go ahead and explain what had happened.
Oh, so I actually had applied to Fred Meyer when I was over here. But then they were like saying an interview and I was like, oh, I'm still in California. But anyways, so then it comes closer to when I was 19 and Alissa came to visit down because I was turning 19 and it was time to turn up.
And she had a party.
My parents literally decorated it so cute. Like I loved it.
Is that the time I got drunk? Yeah, that's the time I got drunk.
I'm getting there.
Oh, sorry.
It had just decorated, and then my dad literally built a bar for my birthday party and like for other like occasions after
Shout
that.
out to our Mexican dad. Like, he is the realest person out there. Like, he can build a whole house in one day if he really wanted to. I love you, Dad.
No, for real. He's like great, I guess. Anyways, but the thing is, so I ended up having the birthday party. Alissa came down and she got blacked out,
The whole
thrown in
family
the shower.
was there. Oh my god, they threw my ass in the shower. I don't know why. I think it's because I didn't feel good, and I kept telling I want to go home, and I'm like, bro, I am home. But yeah, it was a really fun birthday party. I did overdo it, and I think it's because I saw a lot of my family.
She's saying over here that it was a fun birthday party, but she didn't even get to enjoy the birthday party because
I
blacked out by like 6 p.m.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, so she got blacked out, drunk, whatever. And then the next day, I think it was, I was like opening my gifts in my room because I had fallen asleep. And everyone was still up but me, and I was the birthday girl. But it was like 12 p.m.
Our
I was
parents
tired.
were literally up drinking till like 3, 4 a.m. That's one thing about my parents. They can drink, they can party, they know how to get down.
Which is good. They're fun parents.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then I think like a day after, I was like, what if I just go when you go back? And so
The day after the party.
yeah, like because I wasn't gonna go for like another like 6 months, I think.
Yeah.
Because it was like when her roommate was gonna leave. And so I ended up just going early. I said, whatever, F it. And then I didn't even actually get to say a goodbye to my parents.
But this is, no, Kristen's not explaining what happened. So, say the birthday party, I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday. So, it was a Saturday. Sunday, she was opening up her birthday presents, and I was supposed to leave on Monday to come back to Washington. So, then when she's opening her birthday present, she's like, oh, like, we were talking about her coming over here, and, like, she already had gotten the interview and stuff like that. But, like, we were just, like, seeing, like, what the process was like when she got the interview. Not that she was, like, really gonna do it. So, then, the time, like, it's Sunday, and then I'm like, what if you just come to Washington? She's like, what? Yeah, I was like, fuck it, like, let's just pack up her Jeep at the time, hop in the car, drive 18 hours, let's fucking do it. And she's like, all right, like, you're not down. And I'm like, girl, you're not down, like, let's just get to moving, you know what I mean? So she's like, all right. So then we talked to my parents, and they were like, what the hell? And at this point, she hadn't already, like, enrolled in college and stuff, but they were like, what the hell, you guys are freaking crazy. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, I'll lose my flight tomorrow, I'll help her drive up, we'll leave at 2 a.m, because that's usually what I do. Like when I drive from Washington to California to Washington, I leave at 2 a.m, so I can make it in that same day. So we just planned it, right? Mm-hmm. So that Saturday, she was cleaning, she was packing, we were getting ready to go. And I give you props for that, for just getting up and going. I mean, I probably would have done the same at that age too, but it's just like, sometimes it's hard when you have to leave friends.
Well, I mean, I had some really close friends. I had my group of friends that we were super close. But something about me is like, I also just enjoyed being by myself. Like, I would literally go to the grocery store 30 minutes away, which was like the Target 30 minutes away. And I would literally enjoy that time alone, grocery shopping alone, driving, shopping alone. Like, that was just me. So then I just thought about it over here, and I really wanted to move over here, and that was what I actually wanted. That's why I think that's like, I actually enjoy being here. I don't want to go back home. Unlike somebody that always wants to go back home.
Yeah, but we'll get into that in a second. So yeah, we ended up just packing up all her shit in the Jeep, you know, like her vanity, her clothes, like all the important documents, like you need to get a job. Like, we decided to just get up and go. So we left at 2 a.m. We did the 18-hour drive. We ended up getting pulled over in Oregon. Actually, it was like right when we had crossed into Washington, we ended up getting pulled over because I hadn't slept, and I was like, she's like, oh, like, I'll drive. And I was like, all right. She literally just hopped in the the driver's seat, got pulled over for going literally 40 miles an hour. This is when she was scared to drive. Literally going 40 miles.
I wasn't scared to drive. I was just tired too, so I was just driving.
Anyway, so she was like going like 40 miles an hour. She was going 40 miles an hour on the freaking highway when you were supposed to go like 70.
50. I was going 50.
Anyways,
and
we got pulled over.
We
got pulled over, and the guy was like, "You're driving really slow, girl. You got to pick up the pace." And he thought I was recording him because I had my phone like this, and I'm like, "Boy, you ain't first of all, you ain't even cute. Let's keep it a buck, all right?" And you're nothing even. Why would I be recording you?
But he thought I was cute, so he let me go.
So then, yeah, we ended up coming here, and then she ended up starting working right away, and then we were working together for a little bit, and then I owed $1 million to the IRS, so then I stopped working. I stopped working 2 jobs, I mean.
Yeah, because I was working 2 jobs at the time, so I was getting like 22, and then at Chick-fil-A, I was getting 18. 18 at Chick-fil-A?
She was working full-time both jobs. That's one thing about Kristen.
I'm a grinder.
She be grinding. When she want to grind, she can grind. When she want to make $1 million, she will make $1 million, right?
Yeah.
But it was just really hard too, on her mental health, on her sleep. Like it was just really hard. Like I could already see like how it was hard for her to be able to juggle 2 jobs. Like for me enough, it was hard to juggle for 2 jobs. So
well, also because I was already used to like doing the 2 job thing because of taking care of my nephew and then also working overnight.
But
so
you
I wasn't getting
like,
enough sleep.
But too, it's like you can't enjoy life. Like when I was working 2 jobs, I was working from 7 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon, and then I would drive like 45 minutes to get to the other job, right? And then I would work from like 4:30 to 11:30 and then do it all over again. Like don't get me wrong, the money is nice. It's
like
just,
I was good for like a good like 4 or 5 months. I
the
think.
money was moneying. Huh?
Like yeah, so I was really good. Like I wasn't tired, nothing. But you know what? It was when I started getting a boyfriend, and then I was like, he wanted to hang out after I got off of work. So I was literally working 5:45 to 12, and then I was working 2 to 10 or 10:30 or 11, depending on how long it took to close and get the crackies out of the store. And then I would go over to his, and then I would just
they would stay up all night just
No.
hanging out. Y'all would stay up all night.
we would stay up like an hour or 2, but it was only because I had to work at work the next day.
But now, she's the manager at Chick-fil-A. She's an owner. She's an owner at Chick-fil-A. Y'all go visit her Chick-fil-A.
I'm a shift lead. And it's so crazy because I was literally going to leave Chick-fil-A to work at the grocery store.
Because
even
they
though
were
I
going to
hated the
offer her
grocery store.
a manager position for $1 more. But then Chick-fil-A was like, you know what? We're going to offer you $2 more for a different position.
They said, we'll meet you in the middle. And I was just the beginning. So they were like, I'll meet you in the middle of your pay. It was $1 less.
Her manager at the time, shout out to
Brandon, because he didn't
Brandon, because Kristen would be late so many times, and
1 or 2 hours, but they knew I had 2 jobs.
Yeah,
they knew I was
yeah.
on grind mode, but like I didn't mean to be late.
It was
I literally was just starting to get
tired.
drained.
She was just tired, and like
And I
shout
was
out
still
to
good at
him.
work.
And shout out to him though, because even though I don't know him, but he's giving you so many opportunities, so many chances. Like in the beginning, like when she would late, like people, like some managers would fire you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying,
but like I think they know that I'm a hard worker because
No.
when I do like my work, like I work so hard and I'm like literally sweating at work. Like it's just Chick-fil-A, but I'm running around, I'm stocking things, I'm running it like the military.
she runs that joint like the military. Let's be honest. Like I go there, they're all saying, you know what I mean? But that's one thing about Kristen. Like she is about her money. She's about the grind, and like I really enjoy being here. You know what I mean? Like as easy as it was to come here, it is so hard for me to go back to California. I just got a good job a couple months ago. Like I'm making good money. It's a stable career. I'm rich. No, I'm just playing. I'm not rich. Girl, what the hell? Like I just got a good job a couple months ago. Now and then, like
Wait, also moving over here, I became tatted up. Like when I first left California, I literally had 2.
no,
Now I have 8.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like for me, it's a little bit.
And we
hard.
both know
like,
how to drive stick now.
Yeah, we know how to your stick. Like we
Me and
I mean, as much as I want to say we have become independent, we have, because we pay our bills, we have a car, we have somewhere to live, we have good jobs. Like I want to go back so bad, just because for me it's like I miss my parents. I like whenever I see them, to me, like they just look different. Like every single time I see them, like after 3 months, like I mean, great. Like thankfully enough, like my boyfriend has we have flight benefits with my boyfriend, but it's just like,
But they need to get married so I can get on them.
yeah. So let me go, but like it's just really hard for me. I think just mentally, because growing up, for me, it was like my parents, like very teenage attitude, like my parents, like I hate them. Not that I hate them, but it's just like whatever. And now that I'm older, it's like kind of karma kind of bit me and was like, okay, well, since you were rude when you were little, you're gonna go.
She was so rude. Oh my god, she was evil. Nobody wanted to be.
I'm telling you, when I was younger, I was so bad. Like I was like the nastiest teenage attitude you can think.
She was mean.
Yeah, and I can own up to that because I have changed. Like now that I'm older, like I've kind of realized that like family is important. Like taking care of yourself is important. Taking care of the people around you is very important. So it's like karma really got me. They really got me, because like now that I got a good job, I had told myself when my lease is over in May of this year, 2024, I'm moving back to California. But then I ended up meeting my boyfriend, and then I got this job after applying for months, and then they hit me up, and then it took a really long process, and it was just like, I don't know, it's becoming really hard. I do want to eventually move back in a couple years.
I would move back
when I have kids. When I have kids, I want to move back, because I want to give my parents the chance to be able to have their grandchildren with them. And also, it's free daycare.
That makes sense. Well, that makes sense about the kids thing. I would obviously move.
But the thing is, like, if I were to go back now, it's going to be hard for me to get a good job like I have right now.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like
you're gonna go back like expecting a less pay, which makes up for like if my parents let us stay with them and like,
yeah, like I wouldn't have to pay rent and stuff like that. But it's just like, if I want to grow professionally, I would have to stay here for at least another year or two until I'm able to move back with a job. My goal is to move back with a job, 100%, that I can sustain myself, and like when my boyfriend finishes school, like we'll be able to be okay.
He's going back to school again.
Yeah. So
what's he going to school for?
Forensics.
Oh, that's right. Huh?
So yeah, like eventually everyone's goal is to move back. I think right now it's just like professionally, Washington State, they pay good, they give everyone a chance without a college degree. So if you really want to move somewhere and get away from like family, or have opportunity to grow professionally, I would say 100% come to Washington State. The only thing is, it's expensive like California here. You know what I mean?
But
like
the pay makes up for it.
The pay makes up for it. I mean, you're here, you're working. Like,
the only thing that I wish they had here was like Disneyland.
Yeah, there's
like I just want an amusement park.
There's like nothing to do here unless you're like outdoorsy. But like us in California, like we were always like at Disneyland, Six Flags, Knott's. Like we were always doing things. But here it's like, if you want to do outside things, the weather has to be permitting.
Anyways, no, actually last summer I was like getting into my hiking wave, so I went hiking alone a couple of times. I went with my friend, I went with just my boyfriend. We tried camping once. Never again. I was literally sweating.
But this year, I think definitely I want to pick up the hiking part. I want to. Last year it was just because I was on my lazy girl wave, but now that I've been going to the gym, working out,
we should do a gym with me vlog.
We're gonna be doing like little vlogs, like hiking vlogs. My hair also looks a little weird because of the glare, but we're gonna do hiking. Like, expect a lot from us. Like, we're gonna be doing like hiking vlogs, gym vlogs. Like, we're just gonna see where life takes us. But yeah,
look what I was carrying up the mountain. That shit was heavy. And having my dog with me, I was sweating.
It was a lot. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. This is just like, this was literally our little
now we're taking them into Walmart.
That's on my vlog. So if you want to go see our Walmart vlog, go ahead and look at the video. But this is just a little pilot episode to see like what we were talking about. But that's just a little background on how we both ended up here without our parents. We very much love our parents a lot. Yeah. Shout out to our parents. We love them a lot because they still buy us a lot of stuff. And at my grown age, yes.
The thing about my parents is like, I wouldn't trade my parents for another person or another parent. Like, I wouldn't trade my mom for another mom. I wouldn't trade my dad for another dad.
As we thought our mom was mean to us growing up, like,
no, not me. I was always completely attached to my parents, like on their hip, both of them.
Like, I used to think my mom was so mean growing up. I mean, well, she was, but like in a sense of like, she would wake me up really early for school, like 6 a.m. She'd be like,
You know what? After COVID and stuff, and like I started working as a CNA. When I was working as a CNA, I was waking up at 5 a.m. Another grind mode part. I was waking up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym with my mom, and then I would nap after, and then I would get ready for work because I would work from 2 to 10. I was working night shift, so it was 2 to 10. Then I would get home like around 11 because like they would even also ask me to stay overtime, like come in early and stay later, and I would do it for the money. Everything was for the money. When they say money doesn't make you happy, I mean, money doesn't buy happiness. It does. It buys mine.
They're lying because without money, I'd be a little sad sometimes. You know what I mean?
No, literally. I like to cure my happiness with money.
Yeah, and it's like we're just like grinders. Like our parents taught us to grind, like for money. Yeah, like I was working 2 jobs for a while. You know, like it's just like if we want something, we're gonna get it. We're not gonna go ahead and beg around for money. Like we're gonna get our ass up. We can work. We have legs and arms at work, so we're gonna go ahead and work and get up and get another job.
And the thing is, like,
that's one thing.
Overtime. Take advantage of overtime. I always do overtime because you know what? I need the money.
Yeah, overtime is essential.
But Alyssa needs to go to California next month so we can have another vlog.
Yeah, so I'm planning to go to California next month. She's going to Disney. How about we get in the chat? Kristen might start a YouTube or something, but she's busy with her work and her school and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I didn't mention that I'm going to school over here, and then I'm gonna doing 2 years in a community, and I really want to switch over to a university for my nursing schooling. And yeah, I actually want to be a labor and delivery for a couple of months. And then I kind of want to work at a med spa. So then I could be
in conclusion, we moved here for a better opportunity. We 100% want to move back to California, but right now is not the time. We love our parents, but professionally it's so easy to grow out here, and we're just gonna take that with us when we go back to California, because it's expensive there too. So it's like, I mean, buying a regular house here in Washington in the area we live in, a house like my parents is gonna cost you easily like $700,000. So I'm like, yeah, no. So I'm gonna just go back to California. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Go ahead and check out the vlog that we have connecting to this. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Give us some topics to talk about in the comments so we can film episode number 2.
Tell Alyssa that we need to do a gym day and we should have mini mics and connect them to ourselves.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Okay, so we'll see you guys later in our next video. Bye.